This video I want to post in English so that North Indians could be aware of such dramatic things that happens in India. I want to share this with all my brothers of India, and they should take some action, some collective action that they should put some pressure on our actual present government of India, Modi ji, so that he can take some steps. Because I am going to explain something. In France, there is a very uh, commission for uh, the sects. They call them sects, and commission against commission to report to the parliament about the actions of sects. Sects, whether sex is something like a group of persons engaging in some ashram like places where they preach something to that can damage mentally. That's what they used to say, and they confuse Hinduism with this kind of sects. That is very wrong approach by the French government, and they used to confuse Buddhism, Hinduism, with the kind of sects with something not very advisable for children. Say this going to damage your brain because they will preach you something that is not good, and they will brainwash your mind so that you are blindly going to follow something. On the contrary, Hinduism is one of is something that incites everyone to question, to ask questions. It is not about believing something blindly as Christianity. They are falling into a confusion. They think what they live as what in fact what is happening is the French people think because of their religion is like that, other religions also are like that. No, that is their mentality. They project their own experience and see through that lens the the dharma, the Sanatana dharma, the eternal law, cosmic law. This being said, I am going to come to the part of explanation about Jesus. Jesus, Yesu Nadar on Tamil, in Tamil. Jesus Christ has never existed, and what they call Jesus Christ came to India, and he effectively learned Buddhism in the northern parts of Kashmir and some other parts in North India. I will give the link. I will give in the description and about the details of his traveling. And he learned many things from us, Buddhism, because at that period of time, India was very civilization was very at the height of its civilization, and everything was exported from India to China, even to Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, and everywhere. But the Cholas of the Tamil Nadu were very instrumental in bringing Hinduism to the corners of Southeast Asia, and the emperor of Ashoka was instrumental in taking the Buddhism to the northeast and the northwest to Afghanistan and beyond, up to Greece. Donc, this was the period when Jesus Christ. This was not the period, but the ambience in which the learning was very prioritized by our kings, and so Jesus came to Jesus, what they call the man they call Jesus, came to India, and he was a saint because he wanted to research. As an Hindu, he searched for liberation of his samskaras. So, what he did was to meet people in the region of Himalayas and Kashmir. Those people taught him some kind of techniques, meditation, dhyana, and he spent many years in meditation so that he attained something like Krishna state. Wadir, he became, not become literally, but he was somewhere nearer to the notion of meditative state of nirvana. So that we can surely call him as an Navatara of Krishna, Lord Krishna, because he was if was a disciple to a Buddhist monk and then to a Vaishnava, and he learned everything from these gurus. Vaishnava in the part why he came to know that Buddha is just is his guru. What he said about Trinity is very interesting. I spoke very much I explained very well in Tamil, and I have some difficulties in English. It's not my mother tongue, but I want to convey the message. What is the Trinity about Trinity? But Trinity is for Jesus Christ is Krishna the Paramatma, the God, Buddha the Guru, and Jesus Christ is disciple of this Krishna, of Lord Krishna. Then we have to conclude, he can be an avatar. He is an avatar of Lord Krishna. And why people do not consider him as an avatar of Lord Krishna and then put the in the place of Jesus Christ? Because it is wrongly portrayed as somebody on the cross by the Europeans. We take this out, what is wrong, and we put what is correct. He was just a monk, not in a cross like this. He was, it is another man who should have been put on the cross. And this story was relabeled, remolded, and retold by people so that they will not have anything to think about. Only they will be compelled to believe something. It is based on belief system, and we are not based on belief system. We are used to search for the truth. We are used to the searching system. So Jesus Christ is not a man on the cross, but an avatar of Lord Krishna, was like him somewhere, because he imbibed so much truths about Krishna. He became Krishna, and in the next birth, he was born as an avatar of Krishna. Avatar is someone who thinks about something and takes birth as this person. So he was born in the same fashion as Lord Krishna, with the cattle. He became a shepherd, like Lord Krishna was taking charge of his herd of buffaloes and cows. So many resemblances began to emerge between Krishna and this man called Jesus. It's not sure this is his original name. We will take it for granted and we will call him Jesus. Jesus or Yesu or Isha, they call him Isha, as is a monk. Is not like what they used to portray someone on the cross with blood, everything. No? And we should not portray this kind of cross, it is against our ethics, because when women carry on their tali, on the Mangala Sutra, Mangala Sutra, the image of a man, dead man, their husbands may be in danger of some some kind of. It is not good for. It is not a good sign for an husband when his wife is bearing, when his wife is carrying something like this. Sava. Sava is equivalent to a dead man, and she is carrying someone dead. Someone was incapable of taking out his own nails. He is dead in a victim manner for nothing. This kind of sacrifice is useless, and carrying it on the chest will only convey a bad message to the universe, to the cosmic power, and this will return as a sabam, as a, it is not good sign for the life of her husband. So women in India should not wear Mangala Sutra with a dead man covered with blood on his hands. This is very, very shocking, and I came to know these kind of practices, that the Mangala Sutra is copied from Hinduism, and at the place of Mangala Sutra, the symbolic Hindu Mangala Sutra, they used to put Jesus Christ in the place. It is not advisable to carry a dead body, dead corpse on your chest, when it should be the cause, the reason for giving a long life to your husband. That will not be the case when you wear something like this. It is not Mangalam, it's Amangalam. So, I was shocked when the people used to tell me, Ganesh, we in Christians we suffered much, and we were told all kinds of lies, and we thought this is good for us, and we fell in their lies, and now we regret. We want to re-become Hindus, and we could not, and because there is much social pressure on us, what to do. And I thought that it is our duty to help our sisters and brothers to put things right. Uh, as the French used to pass to ask a report on the sects, we should ask a report. Our parliamentarians, our MLAs and MPs, MPs in the parliament, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, should ask, constitute a commission to make an inquiry about all these malpractices in Christianity, and do some research and reform that, so that, as the French do, it is not something illegal. It is in practice in France. When Hinduism wants to grow there, they used to say, the MPs in France, they used to curtail that. So, what is the wrong to do the same thing here against Christianity as they portray? But the Christianity we want to portray is based on Lord Krishna. Just take out the cross and put the Lord Krishna on that place, not even cross, but in some place, some kind of wooden block. Behind that, you have to position the statue of Krishna, so that he will be seen with a, the Purana, which tells us that he took the mountain to prevent flooding, to prevent some disaster in a village. So why not portray him as somebody in the backgrounds of a mountain, something like that, which is linked to our Puranas, and then place it wherever there is a statue of Christ. There you put the statue of Vishnu. In all churches, the statue of Christ should be removed, and the statue of Vishnu should be there. in the one place, because it is the truth. Jesus is nothing but Krishna, and the Europeans wronged us. So we have to put back Krishna in the place of Jesus, surely, and then reform the book called Bible. It is alien. We have to indigenize and Indianize all those imported things. We do not want those things here in India. India should put severe laws to control what the thoughts are, what our people are may used to are made to think. How then in Northeast it is completely wiped out. Ramayana, once the Ramayana was taught there. Now with Christianity in Northeast, nobody talks about Ramayana. What is this? In Indonesia, Indochina, Vietnam, Malaysia, Ramayana was practiced. Bali, Ramayana was known. In nearby Northeast India, you do not have Ramayana. Ramayana was once practiced there extensively, intensively. Why this is not the case now? That's why alien things like this. French used to do that. Why not India? Indian government should take surely this step towards Indianizing the church, cutting all umbilical cord which links the church to the Vatican. This is an absolutely it should be done. If it is not done, then India will be washed out. That's all. If India is washed out, what is the loss? You may ask. The loss is internal loss. Internal loss, whether the good manner of thinking will disappear, and the bad manner of thinking with confusing Abrahamic dualistic thinking will take its place, will be replaced by the Abrahamic way of thinking. Abrahamic way of thinking is a disastrous thinking because it is based on Veda. It is not based on Abeda. It is based on the Advaita. So the manner to which they used to think is dividing the world in two parts. That is not good for us. If you are going to live some 100 years, let's say 80, 90, 100 years, you will not have to suffer with this kind of thinking in your mind. When you have a golden heritage of an Advaitic way of thinking, you have inherited an Advaitic way of thinking. And why you are to want to enter into a prison of mental prison where you will be crushed in a way of belief system. So you have to the another thing is very important is Christian peoples are very suffering from this kind of torture, and they want to be liberated and they want us to come to their help. And why not the people of government of India are not helping them? I don't understand why they are crying, because they now realized that what they thought is noble path is not a noble path. It is only a path in which they are cornered. They couldn't get out. This is called a prison in which they have been put in prison somewhere in a mental prison, and they want to come out, and people are not helping them. And I think this is the only solution that can liberate them, is to get them out of this silo, and then allow them to join the mainstream. If you don't want to hear their cries and shouting, they are shouting for help. It is SOS. Just reform the Bible and putting the place of Jesus, put the word Lord Krishna. Just do that, and put the at the place of statues. Please put the statue of Krishna. They will accept them. They will not say no. Their past is not so. They are not still brainwashed for 100%. They are still Hindus. Just they are living with Jesus in there because they want to do other like others. That's all. Social conditioning. And if you have to prove that if you do this, Their social conditioning is a superficial cream. The milk under is white. That is the cream you have to take out. And you will see what you will see. The, the people will be happy and they will live a long life with their wives and husbands and peacefully, because they are just asking for that help from Modi government. And now nobody now is seem to be hearing this sound, because they think, they are very true Christians. No, they are not true Christians in the sense that they believe only Christianity and everything. They are secretly Hindus. I know them. They are secretly Hindus and they copy everything from Hinduism. In the church, they are practicing only Kavadi and other kind of penances of Hinduism. They are going around the mountains. They will want to imbibe Hinduism. Why not give them the freedom to go to the core and say why Lord Krishna is just Lord Jesus is just Lord Krishna, and why not replace that and then give them total freedom to pray. And every pastor will remain pastor and he will not be going to lose his job. Don't be afraid, dear pastors. You will not lose your jobs. You will just remain in the churches, and then the church is only will be going to function as always, as usual. There is no change. Just the change is in the statue. Statue just the changes in the place of name. That's all. It's a superficial thing. You have to let it go, and then you will see the change from the government of India will help you truly. Because if you don't help, if you don't accept that, government of India will one day or other will nationalize and will do something that is not good for us. So let us take in advance what steps should be taken. The golden steps, the two steps. Take the name of Jesus from the Bible and put the statue of Krishna, Lord Krishna, at the place of Jesus, which is not our God, which is a dead body. That is not the true great Jesus. True Jesus is a monk, Buddhist monk, who has become an avatar of Lord Krishna. That's all. True Jesus is not like this. It is another man who has been portrayed as Jesus, and it is not correct. So let us be very correct. Let us remove all these faults from the European conditioning, brainwashing of our Indians. And then, because they want to earn money on us, that's all. Mrs. Jesus is not selling in France. Jesus in churches in France, nobody is going there. They have no chance to sell their Jesus. So they come here. And there is no philosophy. Some philosophies were stolen here and there from Buddhism. That's all. And whatever you see in the Bible, it is a copy of our Hindu Sanatana Dharma. That's all. So, but historical facts has been mixed together, so that you will think that is specific to a Israeli, Palestinian, Middle East country. No, because when you take out the historical facts, historical links, you will see only some philosophy linked to Buddhism and Sanatana Dharma. That's all. So please, we have to do it very quickly, and not Mr. Modi ji, you should not be afraid of anything. You can do it. If I am in your place, I will do it with with immediate effect. I will do it in the first place. If I were in Modi's place, I will do the first thing I will do is to erase the name of Jesus Christ from the Bible of India, local Bible. I will tell the Europeans may take their Bible, remain with their own Bibles forever, and we don't care. In India, we should not. We have the right to cut off the alien things, as the French do in their own country. They don't want Hinduism, and they are clear about that, and their parliamentarians are voting. You can verify in your internet research. They are still doing this. Parliament of France is against sects, and sects is and Hinduism is considered like a sect there. So they are putting laws in place to refrain the growth of Hinduism. So what is the matter? No, nothing, nothing to worry. You can do this, may, and you will be welcomed by Christians, but they, as a liberator of their souls, because they are suffering. I know they are suffering, and it will be very, very welcome. No, you have to just form, you educate all those pastors in a special school for 2 or 3 months, and then you send them back to their churches with these new ideas. That's all. No, nothing to worry. And then you tell them, if you continue to this educate as per the laws tell you, then your salary will go on yeah, nobody will take it up. The Indian government will not interfere in your earnings. Nothing will happen to you on your on the side of survival. Though why that's why we have to ensure we have to recomfort the pastors that they will not lose their jobs. They will earn more by letting the Hindus come there. When Lord Krishna is placed in the place of Jesus, Hindus will flock together and will flood in the churches, and so the pastors will be more rich. They will reach. They will be got. They will be richer than whatever they can do with the Christianity. So it is in their interest too. If at all this is only for money, they are doing this. They will get money. So, materially speaking, spiritually speaking, and religiously speaking, they are. This is a win-win situation for pastors and us. So, I think Indian government should not hesitate and then educate them in a special course of 2 or 3 months, like uh, like they used to do for they propose for students abroad to come and study Hinduism. They can offer such kind of education to those pastors and then form them and then link them to a entity, local entity of church in India itself, cutting all kind of connection with the Vatican. That is the first set. This you have to do, and then you have to educate them, and then place the. First of all, you have to cut the umbilical cord with the Roman Emperor, Roman Vatican. Then you have to introduce the reform system in Bible and statute, and then educate them. Educate this, then educate the pastors, and then bring them to the Bible reforming, and then reform the statute. 4 steps. First, cutting the umbilical cord with the Vatican, educating the pastors and bringing them under central government control, and as they do in France for the mosque are now directly controlled by the French government, central government. Mosques in France are controlled by central government. You have to think about all this. And the second step is controlling the pastors, bringing them under central government control, and then educate them for the good of their own community, not for their bad, because they will be liberated completely from this kind of thinking, and they will earn more money because of Hindus will flock in thousands to this kind of churches where Krishna is placed. Imagine a Krishna in a church. People will go there in flocks. Millions they will come there. So they can continue with their Bible like book. That is not a problem. Just to take out the Jesus at the place, you introduce Krishna. Say, that's all. We don't ask many things. We ask just few things. 2 things also. Only 2 things. Statue and words. This will clean the system and then ensure a flow of earning. Money is important for people. Money is not something we have to be. We have no taboo in India about earning money because we know we have philosophy of dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Artha with their earning. Earning is nothing but a normal thing in life. So pastors have the full right to earn money and have to welcome. They have the right to have millions of Hindu followers entering their church and becoming their followers. Why not? There's nothing wrong in earning money. I think people should be ensured with a flow of earning guarantee from the government that they will earn money from the government. Uh, Subsidies should be provided in this case when the church falls, when the church converts itself into a Krishna hall with the Bible in the place, with the Bible in the replacing the Jesus in Krishna, they should be helped financially by government. This kind of pastors should be enrolled as the pastors for future peace of India. They should be the what we can call the peace bearers of India. Peace, the uh, they should be the helped in financially. What we want is that they should not be disregarded. They should not be rejected. Those pastors should be under government help directly, subsidized, and everything should be encouraged so that they will liberate themselves and they will liberate their own people with the help of government, with the help of this helps, financial helps also. You should not disregard, uh, reject the financial part of these things, because without financial help, the peoples will go on searching for other pastors. The pastors will go on searching for greener pastures on the other side of the ocean. That's all I want to say.